What's up, guys? So here's an update on the Torino. It's March 11th, and last video I said I was going to do heads, cam, and oil pan swap. I plan to do that all in the car. Bing, bang, boom, be done, and then get over to the dyno. Unfortunately, the Steph's oil pan did not fit well with the T5 starter shim block plate thing. So I ended up having to pull it all out. So here's where we are. I pulled the engine out, which is fine. Made it easier to degree the cam and prep all the surfaces. Fit the oil pan. It wasn't a great fit, so we got that handled. But it's ready to go in now. So we're gonna get the Shelby out of the way, bring in the engine hoist and load it up so we can test fit the block plate. Here's the block plate. So on the T5, it's got this big bump out here. You can see it. So I heated it up with a torch and pounded it with a hammer, blew a hole in it. I don't care. If it doesn't fit, we're just going to cut this out. So with all projects, while you're in there, you might as well do some stuff. So I figured while I'm in there, the headers are out. Let's go ahead and do an aluminum exhaust. So while the headers were out, I ordered up an X-pipe from Herthforth Aluminum Racing Mufflers, Lou Herthforth. I was already running his mufflers, which are awesome. They only weigh like 3 pounds. They sound awesome. So I figured why not do the X-pipe as well. So brought these over to a local chassis shop, AMR Chassis Works. He welded on the V-bands, and he's going to do the install of the X-pipe once we get everything in and running, and we'll bring it over. Here's the X-pipe. Super lightweight. It's going to be awesome. 3-inch all the way. So we got rid of the 2.5-inch ball socket on the end of the header. So we'll have 3-inch all the way. Should sound pretty awesome. Also, one of the side effects of taking everything out and apart, you get to see how bad the flywheel was. It was really bad. So had that machine, that's ready to go. The clutch looks decent. Just this side was pretty rough. So that'll be nice and fresh. Also, the research that I've done on the Trickflow 19011Rs, they like around 30 degrees of timing. So the MSD billet bushing only is 18 degrees of total mechanical timing, which would have been too much. So I bought a bushing kit from this company called FBO Ignitions off eBay. So we put a 14 bushing in it. It also comes with a 10, but we'll start with a 14. We'll do 16 initial, and we'll have 30 total, and we'll go from there and see how it works, but that'll be a little bit better than the 18-degree bushing. Here's the engine, looking pretty good. Got the balancer marked for the 2 o'clock position, painted up the aluminum pulley, make it look pretty good. So, looks pretty nice. Hopefully it makes some steam. All right, so here's a good shot of the Steph's pan where it interfered with the block plate before. So you can see that extra bit in the back there, up here. You have 2 long bolts in the back that bolted on. It was gonna hit this big bump out right here in the plate. So that was the whole reason to pull everything out. You can see on the stock pan, there's just those bolt holes there. There's none of that extra material here that they weld in the back of this guy. So that was the problem. So if you got a Steph's pan going in with the T5 block plate, just a heads up. All right, the engine and trans are heading back in. So ran into another fitment issue with the Steph's pan. That bolt there sticks out the side. I think it holds the windage tray on. Hits the starter. So I'm going to try to cut off the end of the bolt and get the starter in. Here's a really good look of the T5 block plate in the back of the pan, how there's no clearance. You can see it's right up against it, and if there was the bump still in there, it wouldn't fit, so the bolts wouldn't go in. All right, so here's the update on the Steph's pan fitment issues. After I cut that bolt off, I still couldn't get the starter in, so I had to come in with the die grinder and cut off wheel and remove a ton of material on that rail. So hopefully that should do it. guys, well, she's a runner. It's all back together. Sounds pretty good. Got it dialed in a little bit. We'll get it over to the exhaust shop at some point, but unfortunately it is lousy out, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get it out there in the next week or so, and we'll get the full exhaust on. Right now, just have the mufflers off of the headers, so sounds pretty cool. Of the new exhaust system. On street tires, they're pretty useless, so see how this goes. All right, guys, that's a wrap on the winter projects on the Torino. So thanks for watching. We'll see you at the track.